Hello lads and lasses, it's Gizmo, and we're back with another episode of Satisfactory. Now, I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, but it's been a while since I've recorded one. Um, I actually moved places. My girlfriend and I have moved into our own place together, and so there was a bit of a break while we were unpacking and just getting up. So, now we're all set up, and I'm going to be back to my normally scheduled schedule. I now have my office set up again, and it's pretty nice. I will be doing kind of like an office overview once I completely get it set up. We still have some tables and some like arranging, hanging of pictures and all that stuff we need to do. But let's go ahead and dive into this episode. Last episode, we uh I know what we did, I just having a hard time. We got the coal finished. We set up our coal power, and I actually set up a couple different other coal powers. Let's see. So if I go ahead and click E over here, you can see that we're producing 600. Max consumption is only 474, and we're only consuming 288. I'm not using all of the materials that we currently have, or not using all of the constructors that we currently have, because I turned these two off. I actually turned these three off, just because I don't need them right now. It's smart plating and modular frames. I will turn them back on eventually. I just didn't have the power for them, so I didn't see the point in keeping going. One thing that we do have, though, is I have set up all of the stuff that we want to do. The second iron facility, I've already kind of scoped out an area. It has a bunch of iron over there. So if I go into V, I search for iron ore, you can see right over there, there's a ton of iron ore. And so we're going to go ahead and build a giant facility over there. We also want to do a limestone facility because we have a limestone here. We've got a limestone there, and then another one over there as well. And so I just want to combine those into one giant facility. Well, I'm not going to say giant because it only makes concrete for now, but I want to turn it into one facility then concrete, just so I can kind of keep everything together. Ooh, and I also have a limestone there. So that'll be nice to keep everything together. We built a base in one of our other videos. I did some updates to it just off camera. One of the things that I did was, you can see, instead of the iron going through the center, I put it over the top, put it down, and then put it down. The reason I did that is just so I looked at my research. I am coming up on vehicles, and I want vehicles to be able to drive through instead of have those in the way. So putting those on the roof just made it that much easier for me. Now, the other thing I want to do is more research, and I want to acquire more tiers. So when I say research, I mean the man, and when I say tiers, I mean terminal. And then the last thing I want to do is build an awesome sink, because we do have a bunch of extra materials that are stockpiled over there, and I'm actually going to bring the modular frames and smart plating out. So we're going to go and split it into two, so that way we store one, get rid of another, and we're going to put it into the awesome sink just so I can get some coupons and knock that out. For now, though, I've got a bunch of things set up for our milestones. So we've got logistics MPA2 that we have set up. This is our current active milestone, so if I click the button, do that. And if I select milestone, hit jump pads, enter, select milestone, oh, pod launched. I thought there's a way that you could do it without having an issue, but apparently not. So that'll get us Logistics Mark II. We're going to have the conveyor belt, which gives us 120 resources per minute, which will be a lot easier to balance things and just have everything going together one. The next one I want to do is going to be jump pads, just so we can knock out all of Tier 2. And then in Tier 3, the first thing we're going to do is vehicular transport, which we actually have every before. So we're actually going to do that next. We have to wait for 5 minutes. So while we're doing that, let's go ahead and build the awesome... Actually, let's get some research. I think I can do sulfur. I do. I have enough for sulfur. Alright. So this will give us the ability to scan for sulfur. And we can make black powder. Experimental power generation. That's kind of nice. Okay. Quartz. Oh, I have quartz. Okay. Do that. This will give us the ability to make silica. We need 50 silica and we get blade runners. That's kind of nice. So we're going to try to find some silica so we can do blade runners. And power slugs don't have cable. I've stored a bunch of stuff because my inventory is kind of small. Let me see if I have... I don't have any. Okay. So then it's I know where it's being stored, if I speak correctly. I just have to go get it. Alright, mycelia. This will give us biomass from the mycelia plants. Here, we can get fabric. We can get toxic cellular modification. Okay. And then medical properties. I don't know what that is. And then caterium. I don't have any caterium. I know I have some somewhere. I just don't know where it is. So let's go grab some cables. Speed it up so you guys don't have to watch me do this. Alright. And the pod will return in 4 minutes. We can then knock out the jelly pads and good to go. Then we'll have vehicular transport as well, which will be super nice. Up here. Yep, it was exactly where I said it. Let's store you for now and pull you out. There we go. That was pretty short. I probably didn't speed it up. What was I doing? Ah, power source. Right. We're gonna go into the blue. Why not? And now we can do slug scanning. Awesome. And then the last but not least is purple power shards, which I need a purple. I think. Oddly enough, I think I don't have a purple. Okay, I spoke incorrect. All right, by me. We got some more research done. Another thing I would like to get done is, if I can, I'd like to get some sulfur done. I would like to get some quartz started. So if I can do that. Power Slux is pretty much done. Nutrients is pretty much done. Celia, I need some more. Caterium, I just need to find some. I don't know where I put all my Caterium. And, oh, if I have 5 of those, I have 20 nuts and 2 of that. 3 of that. I just kind of need to go kill things. Okay. And this will give me 6 inventory slots, which I really, really want. Alright. The next thing that we can do while we're waiting... How long do we have? 2 minutes? Yeah. The next thing we can do is I can set up the awesome sync. The biggest reason I want to do that is just for the tickets, because we had the awesome sync set up at one point in time, and then I just kind of got rid of it. For the simple fact that it just wasn't really being used. The stuff that I was putting into it was only giving me a minuscule amount. Oh yeah, so you can see, they go up there. They go across. They come down here. And they continue in the same way that they did before. Okay, so I have this I can use. What do I need to get rid of? What can I get rid of? This one. Grab that, and then I can make the things that I need for more research. That'll be worthwhile. Alright. Oh, the nuts. Grab the nuts. Because the nuts were used for something. I just don't remember what. Alright. So, this is where most of our excess comes from. So we're going to go ahead and set up... Oh, 0. Some more foundations. Just to kind of get everything. So I have enough room. Then, if we hit Q, production, oh, special, sorry. Awesome sync, and an in. Now, the next thing we can do, because all 3 of these are going to be outputting, what we can do is output each of these to, well, I was thinking I could output each of these to 60 a second, but I really don't want to do that, because if I do 60 a second from each, and then I do 120 out, it'll be backed up, but I don't think I have 60 a second. I just want a excess. So, merger. Yeah, I want an excess. So if I do 3 from each at 60, it'll give me 20 per second, which I think is a little more plausible. Not too worried about it. I don't want to waste all of my... Not waste, but use all of my resources that I'm currently collecting. Bad juju, in my opinion. Okay. Straight, and then... And... That's straight. Just tell me it's straight. It's... Alright, sweet. Da-da-da-da, and then you... I don't know what I'm gonna do. Sure, this works for me, I guess. Move it straight. And then way. 2 and in. There we go. Right. Straight, straight, straight. It's building at 90s because it is satisfying. Alright, awesome sync. So that's not going to give us much because it is screws, rods, plates, which really won't get much. Okay, 2 coupons. Okay, so as you can see, I'm only getting 2 per. Alright, so 802, 798, 796, 792. So one of them is giving me 4, one of them is giving me... Now, that's not where most of it's going to come from. So what we're going to do, if I go inside of my base, we're going to turn the smart plating and the modular frames back on. We're gonna pipe those. I need lights. Sorry, I'm being wacky with my mouse right now. But we're gonna pipe those into the awesome sink because I just don't really need it. And I want to store excess of everything, and since this is the highest we can get, highest is in peckish wise, that's what I want to go with. Doesn't that just kind of work better? Why did I have it built one off the... My brain think I needed to? That's so confusing. Alright, anyways. Where's the splitter? Here it is. Alright, so what we're going to have is a splitter that goes right here. So you are going to go in the front. So... one off, okay. So if you line it up at the center and then just one, two back, we can do a straight 90 degrees. Alright, so this is a splitter. We're going to have a chest that goes here. So, it's facing the wrong way, obviously. Into there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get hurt. Oh, this is going to hurt. It's going to... Ooh. Entirety. That. Alright. We're gonna run through. It's gonna hurt, but we're gonna run through. Yes, I know there's poison. It's okay. Survive. Okay, and then you went right above here. So, right there. Now, what I'm going to do is take this. I'm going to delete, and delete. So take a merger right into there. It should line up with both of these. I want it to line up with both. Come on. Yep. So we're going to merge in that and this. Oh, it almost gives me a 90. That's close enough. All right. So that will give me smart plating that goes in and screws that goes in. And that is our plate and our rods. So any excess. And the reason I'm doing 1 and 1 is just so that we have at least some of it is being stored. At least 1 per is being stored. If we take a look at the amount, we're doing 2 per minute. So 1 per minute is being stored, 1 per minute sent out. Another thing that we're going to do is over here. This is creating modular frames, which what are we missing? Why is it not missing? Which connection? This connection. Oh, hey, there's a chest. What is this connection? What is this connection? Wait, hold on. What do you guys need? Need reinforced iron plate. Okay. Reinforced iron plate. Reinforced iron plate. There. Ah, that's how I had it set up. That's why it's wrong. I switched these. So this goes into here. This gets deleted. This goes into there. This goes into here. There we go. Now that makes more sense, because then now the reinforced iron plate goes to both of these. Yep, and this creates modular frames. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and build a chest organization. Personal storage container. And put away some of the stuff that we just don't need. We'll put away some rods and some concrete. Go ahead and sort it. And we can just kind of pull out the stuff that's in here that's not modular frames, because we want our modular frames only. Right. Go place in this guy. Biofuel, we just don't need it right now. Okay. This is a merger. So what we're going to do is we need a splitter. Kind of. These making stuff. Oh, yes, they're just very slow. Okay. This is a merger. You do a merger into a splitter and split it. Yeah, I could do a splitter right here. So if I just press 6, splitter. So you can come across to this guy. It's a splitter. Then if I... Is it a splitter? Yeah, it's a splitter. If I do a merger here, I can pull this guy into what the heck? Oh, here, splitter. Merger. Okay. Output. Why are you having difficulties? Your major malfunction. In. Oh. Wait. Oh, I'm pulling from the wrong one. Dirk. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Now that's going to get merged into here, which they're producing so slowly that it doesn't really matter. So then, now we've got smart plating and we've got the frames all being sent to the awesome sync. So that is all of the highest tier stuff that we're currently making being supplied into awesome sync. We got 3 coupons and we're going at 758 points, which isn't many, but eventually. Alright, now the next thing we can do is set up the awesome shop. Let's take a look. We've got 4 tickets. Wood. Pipeline wall attachments and floor holes are nice. Lane pipeline's not bad either. Foundations. Walls. I mean, what? Ooh, windowed walls. Ooh. Wait. Steel framed windows? I can get windowed wall. That probably requires ports though. Road barriers not bad. Industrial walkways isn't bad. I don't have a customizer. No. Fix-it specials. Ah. Yeah, that would be cool. Ooh, coffee cup. I don't know if I have the coffee cup. I'm gonna get the coffee cup. I don't actually know if I have the coffee cup. Cheers. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and mark that off. Build awesome sync. Alright. Now, we have the ability to go grab another here. So we're going to go ahead and do vehicular transport, just so I can get it set up. And what we're going to do is actually use the vehicular transport to set up the new iron place, because I want the iron place to be built for vehicles. The same way this place is like set up for vehicles, you've got the there. We're going to do that with new place, but we're going to do it in a bit more of an industrial way. And when I say a bit more, quite a bit more industrial way. Boop. Now it's going to take, only 4 minutes for this.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation.
Yes, vehicular transport. Basic steel production.
Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to
Melee combat. It's tier 4. Advanced steel production, expanded power infrastructure. Ooh, storage, power towers, and power tower platform. Hyper tubes, that's awesome. Logistics Mark 3, that's a huge increase though. And blueprints. Oh, we should get blueprints. Okay. First, we're going to go vehicular transport, and we're going to get a bunch of vehicle stuff set up. So, let's see. Tier 2 jump pads. Select. Alright, we've got 3 minutes for that. So, more tiers is good. More research is kind of done. We can find... Forgot to do this. If we forgot to... If we find more, like, deuterium or sulfur stuff, we can do some more research, but if we don't find any, then we just don't have the stuff to do it. So we're going to go ahead and start setting up the new iron base. Here's to that. More research is basically done. The limestone facility, I'm not sure if we're going to get it done in this. Me doing the iron facility is probably going to be more of a... I want to say speed run, but I don't mean speed run. Ow, I can't think of the words. It's going to be sped up because, you know, sitting there, it's going to be giant, I'm pretty sure, and sitting there doing that in a singular episode. Time lapse, haha, that's the word. It's gonna be a time lapse for you guys. Just so we're not sitting there watching me him and ha over a bunch of different things on it. One thing that's nice right here is it's all flat land. So what I'm going to do is actually build it one level up so we can have most of our conveyor belts running under. Or I could have conveyor belts running over. Might have them. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's what I mean. I'm going to hum and ha. Exactly how I want to do it. So there's 2 here. There's 2 here. 3, 4. Oh, there's 4 here. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're all impure. Which it takes 2 impure to equal a normal. Because a pure is 2 times a normal, right? So an impure is 30, a normal is 60. Pure is 120, if I remember correctly. Ow. Come here. Come on. Thank you. I'll gladly take that. I wonder if you can get to that giant tower over there. Let's see. Where is that? Why is this black? Oh, because it's just empty. That makes sense. Oh, there's a giant thing over there. Where's that? We'll go to the edge and find out. I want to see it. Any more animals? No? Interesting. Oh, I was able to do the memory search for the animal parts and stuff. Where is that? That's not a one. Oh, oh, N. You right there. Well, I'm looking at it, but can't really see much. Is that stone? Really? Oh boy, that's a doozy. Power slug. This it is limestone. It's normal too. It's a 60. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Because having power slugs is useful for the power shards. Increase your energy output. Of course, you increase your coal consumption, but still, output is worth it. Is that over there? There's something up top. It's like some kind of ore. Something up there. Scaterium limestone. Is that another limestone? Holy snikes. Wait, how many limestones are around here? Yeah, 1, 2. 1. Where is that third ping? Really, there's one over there too? Holy cow. Okay. Cool. And then let's ping the iron one more time. Yeah, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold on. Wait, there's iron up top too? No way. Hold on. What? Wait, there's iron up top? Oh, good God. Okay, hold on. Ping again. M. So, impure. Here. 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 And I'm standing on an impure. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 normal veins, essentially. And I can increase the output. So technically I can have each of these, put a power slug in each, and it'll output a 60. Right now it's just 4 normals. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and start setting things up. So the first thing we're going to do is set up. What was the new thing that I just saw? Transport. Ooh, truck station. Tractors? 25 slot inventory, built-in craft bench. What? Trigger cube by Fix It Pioneers. It's pretty sweet, you know. That's awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and build a lookout tower. Oh, can I build one of those? Hold on. Is that a thing I can do? Tractors. It's gorgeous. Look at this thing. Look at this. Oh, it's a beauty. Absolute beauty. I love it. Okay. So how big is this thing? If I do 0 to scroll to, oh, what is it? What is? It's been a while since I played. Toggle build mode. Snap together. Sample building. Quick switch. Aha. There. So it is less than 1 watt. Okay. And then what is the other thing I saw? The truck station? Oh, wow. That's big. Okay, so that's... Well, how wide is this? 1... 2-ish? 2-ish wide? Plus the actual station itself, so 2-ish wide plus the station. How does this work? Okay, hold on. Sends and receives resistive vehicles. Has an inventory with 48 slots. Transfers up to 120 stacks per minute. 2 from docked vehicles. Always refers. I'm assuming if a vehicle goes in front of a truck station, it's docked. So what I need to do... It's so sad, but I don't think I have fuel for it. I mean, I can probably take leaves, but I don't have fuel. Oh, might be all fuel. Alright. Let's get back to building. So. No, too far away? Okay. Oh, and there's the other 2 irons right there. Alright. How do I want to do this? There's limestone there. There's limestone there. Limestone. Power slug. What was it to do? You're looking at something, you can press something. No, that's inventory. X. Nope, that's... What was it? You can, like... I forget what it was. Oh, Q. No. Man, I forgot what it was. You can look at... You can press... Alt right click. There it is. Okay. Alt right click, power slug. Okay. So, 2 irons here. 4, 2, 6 coming in. So these will all go in. This will come in side, or I can probably route it. These are coming from the side. Up over top. What we're going to do, go ahead, switch to station, make sure you're on world grid. This is an ugly world grid. Yeah, this is ugly. What I mean by ugly is that it just doesn't line up to what I want it to be. Because I want it to be this way. There's a direct 45 to base. Technically, I can set this up to the world grid. There's actually a fun way making turns. I was looking it up because I wanted to... Actually, one of the commenters... Oh, who was it? Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm going to look up on YouTube who the commenter was. Because I want to give a shout out to that guy. Yeah, Dad is Factory. Or Dad is Factory. Good name. I'm a dad as well. So, Dad is Factory. Actually, was telling me that there's a way to do 45s, and so I was intrigued and found a way to do 45s. So if you set up a foundation, right? So this is aligned to the world grid. We can see if I hit control. It's aligned to world grid. The other thing is, if you take a catwalk, right? Take a catwalk, build a catwalk here. You take another catwalk, press control, rotate it so it's here. These rotate in 5-degree turns. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45. Oh, sorry. They rotate in... What? Hold on. 2, 8, 10. These are 10-degree turns. Okay, hold on. And then there's another way to do this. So if I grab 0, hit E, okay. Yeah. There's another way to make another turn. There's 2 ways of making turns. The catwalk gives you 10-degree turns. However, there's another way to give you smaller degree turns, which is you place this on top. You place... Oh. Shoot, did I forget how to do this? Oh. I've forgotten how to do this. No, I didn't forget how to do this. Okay, 0. If you place a catwalk, maybe I did forget how to do this. Alright, so if you place a catwalk there, and then if you hit control and you hover over this, you can do so this is 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, did I miscount? Come on. 1, 5, 10, 15. 40, 45. This is a perfect 45 right here. Yeah, so if you do it, yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. This will be at a perfect 45-degree angle. You can just verify that if we jump down. See, this corner is aligned perfectly with that corner. This corner is aligned perfectly with that corner. Then, center is perfectly lined up with edge here. This is a perfect 45-degree angle to world grid. So now it's technically set to the world grid, but at a 45-degree angle. If you ever need to connect anything, what you can do is just, like, say I want to connect this all together. If I set it up to the world grid, what I can do is just rotate a 45-degree angle, and you can do different rotations. There's some great tutorials on it. One of the tutorials I watch, I'll have to find out who it was. Watched, dude. There was a specific one that was talking about like roads and stuff that I watched, and it's a great explanation. Exactly this. Because it's still technically set up to the world grid. It's just rotated at a 45-degree angle. So that'll give us the angle that we want. The angle of approach or attack. How do you want to word that? Alright. Enough jibber jabber about that. So now this is set up at a 45-degree angle. And it's exactly what I wanted. It's going along this path. Perfect. Now, 45-degree angle. Go ahead and set everything up. Now, as I said, I did want to have everything be set one up, or I wanted to do everything up. Smelt on the top and then output on the bottom, or yeah, I want to smelt on the top. I want to have 2 levels. So smelt on the top level and then output on the bottom level, just so, yeah, so we'll smelt. We're gonna, all right, hold on. Let me see how I want to have this built up. So the trucks are going to be 1 each. The tractors are 1 each. The truck stations are going to be a total of 8 blocks. 2.5-ish. And then I want a roadway. So if I set it up so that this is the roadway here. If I do, what is it? Customizer X. Do materials, asphalt. So this will be the road. This will, asphalt, also be kind of a road area. And this will be kind of a road area as well. We can have it kind of like that. So road area. I can use this as well. This will also be a road area. And then this will be, cars drive this way. And we can have a 2-lane. Just because having 2 lanes would be good. And we'll have a tractor that goes here. The tractor here. The tractors go this way, tractors go this way. Actually, technically, yeah, okay. So tractors can drive here. 1 can go up, 1 lane down. This will be load lane. And what we can do is technically walls to wall, and we can just kind of wall this thing off if we wanted to. Oh, could I? Hold up. Could I? This is an even better idea. If I take the truck station, right? Let's test this theory. So if I take it right here with it, and then I say build a wall. How does this look? Just carry it over. Build through it. Yeah. Yeah. And it'll just output it through it. Maybe. Okay, so that'll be a truck stop. It'll tell you what it is. That's kind of cool. Okay. Alright. And then I want to have a truck stop on the other side as well. So let's go back to transport, workstation, and we're going to build another one on this opposite side. Now, we are getting kind of big here. So this needs to be done in such a way that it's like right there, and everything will drop down into these guys. All right. So it looks like we're not big enough. That's not surprising. Probably going to need to go build this. 2 more out, I think. All right, so this will be the entire size of our base right here. It's gonna be this big, and I know this is a lot. This is a huge base just for the small amount of iron it is. But eventually, when we overclock these, we're gonna have overclock it times 2. So this will be 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. We're gonna have a lot of iron out of here, more than we have over there, because over there we have what, 3 iron deposits, whereas this is 6, so it's quite a lot. Even though these are only impure, it's still gonna be quite a lot of iron. So I want it to be a large factory. Because why not? Nope. Nope. The unfortunate thing is that it's 1 larger than what I would appreciate it to be. Oh well. Let's go ahead and move this lookout tower. Organization, lookout tower. Back. There we go. Up, up. Alright. Oh, where's the... There it is. Alright. 0 again. And continue. I don't really know how long I want it to be, but... creatures in the way? Creatures in the way. I'll have to kill said creature. Creatures in the way. What's the birds, isn't it? Silly birds. I just like... Build over top. I totally can. I can't build over top of him. I can build over top of him. It has a pretty decent size, so if I go ahead and asphalt this entire ground. Alright, and then this size, what was it for? Alright, so this diagram asphalt, and this is the centerpiece. So the car drive is the centerpiece where all these housing typically is going to be construction there. And the constructions take up. Let's find out. I built it way ahead of 4. Basically, it's a 1-story block, so then I have essentially 2 stories in the center. That's fine. There's some walls. Basic walls. We're going to build up. How tall is the right? Yeah, 3's fine. Okay, so 3 foundations, 1 foundation, and go. Sweet. Yep, and boom. Alright. We can also just build there. Because this can actually go to the top over the trucks are. This is the fact that it is not going to use for anything, really. It's just going to be smelting slash crafting board. Here's going to be opening iron ore from here. We're not opening iron parts, because iron parts will get it becomes iron parts to iron ore. So transferring to iron ore, just all the parts. You can just one step further, other parts and then parts. Because as long as it only takes iron, and we can start doing a steel facility here. And to be fair, with 60 guys, we're probably going to need a lot of steel. And also, I don't know what steel takes. I'm going to take steel in real life takes. Iron is going to produce steel from iron. We're also not that one, because I know metals. There's so this doesn't start anything up. So what I'm going to do is actually split what comes in. And I'm going to have 2 separate ins. So let's see, I have 120 currently. 60, 20, 60, 20, 60, 20, 60, 20, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 4 ins. I'm not going to slide. You should still set up for. I just set up for high rate. We want to have. So I will have high rate. So change this. So 120 each. Now we need 63, 63, 62, 4, 60. This one go here. This one go here. So then what we're going to do is bring these down the center. Yeah, we're going to use the outside. We're going to up here. Then the structures will work their way into structures. And the constructors will work their magic down the center. And the center will drop into our stuff. And each truck's on each side. So we're going to have like, I don't know, some model frames, plates, and we'll probably have 3 trucks. So 3 on the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and take these each side. 2 each. So let's bring out 2 each. 10 cents filters. That makes sense. So function. Starter first. And starter increases at that's 30 now. So that's not still. So 30 minutes at starter. For now, I need 1 per one of these. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 starters inside. That's starter. And I need enough space to work some. So 4 each, 30, 60, 120. So I need to use the 120. And I'm using 2 different. So alright, we're going to do a whole space. Not really that weird. Yeah, did you really? Yeah, I can control. That's the key. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me do this thing on the other side. But I'm going to insert. So show me everything. You try to get all yes. Because with Mark 2 will take count back. So if I try to get something like this and this, that's not too bad, okay. What do I want? Because 120. Each one will produce 60. 30, 60, and eventually each one will produce 60, 60, 120. Each one will again. Each one will produce 1. Yes, I want to keep it. So splitter. Oh. Yes, splitter. It's correct the first time. Technically, I want you facing that way. I want you facing. Yep. All right. As what we're going to do, you go into here. Oh, 30-degree angle, please. That's gonna mess me all up. 1, 2. Here. As that's not straight. Okay. That was one off. I needed to. Alright. Fine. Okay. Now you can come down. Yeah, just like that. Nice 90-degree angles. Alright. You go into this one. Go into this one. This one. You go into this one. I really wish I had blueprints because this would be a lot easier with blueprints instead of just having to continuously set this all up. Alright. 2. Power pole. Well, actually, because I'm going to do the power poles the same way I did in my last base, which is on the ceiling. So, this produces a total of 30 per minute, which will be increased to 60 per minute eventually, which will give me 120, and then each path is doing. Okay. So now that we have that being set up, the next thing we need to set up vectors. Now, I don't remember the exact ratios that I used, so I'm going to go back to the base and look at the ratio used, so that way I know what I'm bringing over here, so I can create the same amount of frames and smart plate. Now, the reason I'm creating the same amount is because I remember over there that I had really good ratios set up, and I basically had almost no waste. I had a little bit of waste, but this is perfectly fine, because eventually, once you have all that waste together, you know, you add up the waste, and it'll eventually turn into another constructor of... Oh, you know what we can do? Nice. Drive it. And I can put all my stuff in it. Oh, this is so nice. Okay. Heal. Just leaves because that's all I've got right now. Look at this. Oh my God. It's amazing. Oh, it destroys bushes? Does it give me the bush stuff? Do I get the bush stuff? Probably not. It probably just ruins it. Alright. What was I doing? Oh, right. Ratios. One-track mind. Don't worry. Boop boop. No, no. Okay. Merp. It apparently rolls over quite easily. Oh, and while we're back, we can go ahead and put here. So, I'm going to go look at the ratios. I'm going to write them down. Paper and... First, I'm going to get the tier set up. I don't have... It's all in my... Okay. I'm going to go do some stuff. And... Okay, and we're back. So I wrote everything down. I have 2 modular frames of reinforced smart plating that's being for 2 modular frames and a reinforced smart plating that's being fed by 1 reinforced plate and 1 rotor, or 2 reinforced plate and 1 rotor. And I've got 5 iron rods at 200%, 2 iron plates at 200%, 1 iron rod at 150%, and then 6 screws, all feeding in. So that's what, a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crafters, whatever they're called, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 structures. I didn't grab any iron plate. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get jump pads and then for now we're gonna get jump pads because all this stuff is at the copper and I want to finish setting up base just so we can get everything laid out for that singular side. So for that's, you know, with what, 61, 20, 180 iron ore going in, I might do some more just to figure out what my new ratios would be if I have 2. If I don't overclock everything, and then I have 2, like if I have to split it in half, so 4 veins going in, or 4 going in, and just 2. That way I can just kind of keep track of if I have, you know, 2 different iron ores going in, different sets of iron ore at 60 going in, instead of having the 3, just so I can kind of keep everything to even numbers. It's easy to split everything into even numbers than it is in odd numbers, because I have 3 times 60 instead of 2 times 60. So I'm not quite sure what that would look like if I just 2 times 60. So I'm probably going to redo some math and set it all up. So I'll actually redo some math and then just kind of skip ahead so you guys don't have to see me sitting there doing the entire time that you guys can't see, because it's going to be a good bit. Anyways, I'm ahead of myself. Jump pads. So we're going to get some iron ore, and then that'll pretty much satisfy the fact that we've got our research done. We've done our research, we've done our tiers, we got our awesome sink going. Also, we could definitely look at an awesome sink and see how much we have going into it, because I'm sure we have plenty of tickets. We've been doing, what, 790 a minute for like the past half hour or something, which is pretty impressive. And we've probably passed 700 because I don't think that included the modular frames that were going in there. The modular frames are pretty big. 300. They have a... I haven't even looked to see if they have a store. Ook. And that completes all of
Milestone reached.
Tier 2.
Several buildings aimed
Tier 2 is
at
finished,
factory
and we're
traversal
now on to
can
Tier
now
3.
be accessed in the build menu.
Basic steel production, I kind of
Caution
want to
is
get to.
recommended during use of these products.
Basic steel production, I kind of want to get to. Also, the jump pads, I really want to see what those are. The improved melee combat, I'm not super worried about. It does give us inventory slots, though, so that's nice. Basic steel production, I don't want to get to just yet. I want to make sure that our iron production is up and going, and then the steel production at a later. It's because I think we have more steel. Because we're using this iron currently. Using this iron. There no more iron around here? I'll have to double check. I think there's iron over here because I have this done. I think there's iron over here. Let's see. If I go coal, give me coal. Coal there. Pure. So that gives me 120. Coal there. It's pure. Most coals are pure. What I've noticed. I haven't tapped into that one. Oh, I need to do that. Okay. Oh no, I don't have all of my energy generators that I could power plant. Yeah, so there's coal over here. I think there's iron over here. So I'm pretty sure. Can I see? You give me steel. Foundry. Doesn't tell me. Okay. Steel, it's probably either going to be iron and sulfur. Coal. I'm going to lean towards iron and coal because sulfur we haven't found yet. And we just unlocked sulfur, and sulfur is more gunpowder and stuff than it is anything else. So, right, and because I could not build one of all the way over there, I'm going to go ahead and build. Oh, my movement key got stuck for some reason. Don't know why. All right, now that's set up. Let's go ahead and drive again. Yay, tractor! Gonna take down trees. That's a big no. All right. I wasn't sure if if a car hits a tree, the tree falls. The car is not undamaged, but the tree falls. I wasn't sure if they put in, I'm not gonna say semi-realistic, but they would allow a, game truck to destroy a tree. Apparently. Sad face. Alright. So now, I have to set up some stairs so I can get up. That's going to be... Ooh. Can I set up a jump pad to get me there? Oh my goodness. Hold on. How does this work? Rotate. Can I... Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. Alright. So... Right there. And then you power. Okay. Alright. Use some power. It's not what I said. Might have been what I said, but it's not what I meant. Oh, I need the stuff for my truck before I do this. Hey, yeah, anything useful, I'll take. Goodbye. Boing. Oh, that's so cool. Do I have... I do. Hello, weird trees sticking out of the ground. No. Not tall enough for me to look at you. Need the base. Alright, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so the tiers is basically done. We've set up that, and now it's mainly just going to be about getting everything else set up. The research, we've pretty much finished all the research we can, and the iron facility we're working on. The limestone facility we'll save for probably the next video. Of course that doesn't save. It never saves. I always forget to hit the X. The iron facility we're setting up. So I'm going to go ahead and do some math behind the scenes. Our end goal is going to be modular frames and reinforced plating. So I'm going to take a look at these production numbers one more time. So reinforced iron plate is going to be 12 seconds to make. So we're going to go per 60 seconds. So we can create 5 a minute. So reinforced iron plate is 5 per minute. The modular frame is 2 per minute. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some math, and we'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and did the math. So reinforced plate 5 per minute needs 30 iron plate per minute, 60 screws. Modular frame 2 per minute needs 3 reinforced plate per minute, 12 iron rods. So basically, it all boils down to you take 45 iron for 30 iron plates and 60 iron for 62 iron rods. Now it's gonna be 62 iron ingots for 62 iron rods, but it's a 1-to-1 conversion ratio. But we're gonna be 2 iron rods short, and that's just due to the fact that we need 22 iron rods in total because you need 12 iron rods for the rotors. But technically, you only need 6 iron rods, so we're actually going to be 4 positive. And the reason is because you only use 0.5 rotors per that. So, anyways, for one side, you can make you can make what 5 reinforced plate per minute and 2 modular frames per minute. If you multiply that by both sides, we're doing 10 reinforced plates per minute, 4 modular frames. And then we can actually increase that. Yeah, we can actually increase that because essentially the rotors are only used by, go to the assembler. The rotors are only used by the smart plating. And because they're only using, you see you've got 15 a second at 1, and then you've got 30 a second at 1. So you've got 4, 2. So you can actually use 1 rotor output for 2 smart platings. So essentially we're going to have extra rotors, which we can either translate to another smart plating, or we can essentially combine, 2 of these sides or 2 of these, or all 4 of these into making an extra set of something. And what we're going to do is output certain things from each side. So like this will be screws, the other side will be screws, this will be yada yada, and then we'll combine it all down the center. Actually, hold on, if I do this down the center, put the output to the outside, to constructors on the inside, and constructors again. No, it's fine. We'll keep it like this for now. I might rearrange it later, but for now we're just going to keep it like this. Alright. So, what we're going to do is everything goes on the center. It's going to be turned into iron ingots, and then we're going to bring it into constructors on the inside. And these constructors are going to spit out to the outside down there. And then once those are set up, what we're going to have is constructors are going to put out to the other constructors on the other side, and it'll all just get piped down to the bottom, right down here, to behind where we're going to have all of the, what are they called? Truck stations. So, we have all of them piped up to truck stations, which would be super nice. All right. And you can see if I build to the world grid, like this, nope, where was it? Had it before, like this, you can see it's a perfect 45. So, it's kind of nice, that nice rotation trick. All right. So yeah, because we're creating 4 rotors per minute and we're only using 2 rotors per minute from just one side, essentially we'll have an excess of 4 rotors per minute. And we're actually going to have an excess of 15 iron ore, or iron ingots, which is ore too, on either side, which will give us a total of 30. And we can actually use that 30 to possibly make something else with the rotors, who knows. Or what I can do is throttle back the rotors, and then if I press N, rotor, click, if I hit rotor, right, 100 per minute, 20 per minute, So if I throttle back our rotors to 2 per minute, I'm only going to be using 50 screws per minute and 10 iron rods per minute. So I'll have an excess of screws and I'll have an excess of iron rods. And then I can just put those into something else. It'll all work out in the end. We'll figure it out. I could do the math for 4, but actually, if I throttle back to 2, I'll have there might need to be more math that's done. I might do it behind the scenes. Another time. Anywho, let's start setting up the constructors. So, production constructors. So the first thing we're going to start with is going to be the thing that takes the least amount of room, actually. Organization lookout tower. Because I can do this. Alright. So the one thing that takes the least amount of room is going to be the iron plates. Because the iron plates, I only need 30 iron plates on either side. So iron plates, super simple to do. Alright. We can make it as close as possible and then bring it 1 out. Just because. Although technically, it's fine. Alright. 30 iron plates and 62 iron rods. But we're going to hit 60 iron rods, so yeah, this will make 30 iron plates. Hit N, rod. 1 to 1, 15 per minute. 15 per minute. 30. These construct at 30, so 30. Need 2, 3, 4, 6 constructors. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Alright. And then we're going to split, and split. So these smelters can all be moved. So I have splitters in between, and I'll probably need to move all of these guys forward just so I can put a splitter in between. That's what we'll do. Get that set up. And I'm going to, like I said, time-lapse some of this stuff. So. Can I put a splitter here? Nope. Nope. Yeah, I'll time-lapse this so you guys don't have to watch the entire thing of me just doing it. I set up all that, and then I just realized that technically I'm making 30 extra iron rod that I don't need to, because I'm turning. I need 160 screws, and 10 iron rod makes. Oh no, wait, this is 15, 30, 60. Yeah, I'm making 30 extra iron rods. I just realized this based off the math that I have, and the math that I have is only for um, singular reinforced plate and then singular modular frame output. But I have 30 extra iron rods, or 30 extra iron ore, plus the 15 extra that I'm getting from this. So I technically have 45 extra iron ore that I just have nothing to do with. Just realized that I've. So that means that my math is still off because I was building for smart plating and modular frame, which is I was building based off of the old 3 instead of the 4. And so I didn't uptick it to the fact that I have 4, and I didn't decrease it to the fact that I only have 2. So the math that I did was based off the old 3. Yeah, this makes sense as to why I'm only using 3 instead of the 2. So I have to redo my math. So I'm going to redo my math just so I can get this going and get the base set up 5 o'clock. So I need to get the bed. All right, I'm going to do the math real quick. Okay, guys, so I found this really cool site. It is called satisfactorycalculator.com. I'll put a card up in the corner. Yes, this helps you figure out everything you need based off of inputs and outputs. And so one thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to output, because I did the fact that we have a total of 240 iron ingots, because it's 120 this side, 120 this side, right? So 240, and what we're going to be outputting is 6 modular frames, 4 smart plating. So 6 modular frames total, 4 smart plating total. Now, the reasoning that I'm doing more modular frames than smart plating is because modular frames, I looked it up on Satisfactory, the website, are used in more crafting items late game than smart plating is. Smart plating is used in like, I think it was like modular or something like that, but modular frames are used quite a lot. So I'm going to produce more modular frames. Now this gives us almost, with 240 iron ingots, 6 modular frames, and 4 smart plating, this gives us almost 100% efficiency. What I mean by that is what we have is 120 units of iron ingots being turned into iron rods, and 117 units of iron ingots being turned in. Now, we can just go ahead and do 120 units being turned into plate. We're going to use 8 constructors for iron rods, 4 constructors for iron plates, and then we're going to use 1 assembler for rotors, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to have. Just 1 assembler for rotors, and that's it. Then we're going to have 3 assemblers for modular frames and 2 assemblers for smart plating, which is fed by 2.6 assemblers for plates, and I'll have that all on. So you guys on there. But this gives us almost 100% efficiency. The only thing that's going to be throttled back is basically going to be the reinforced iron assembler and the constructor's screws. Because we only need 6.4 constructors and 2.6. The constructor for the iron plate, you can see it's 3.9, but I'm not going to be doing 3.9. I'm going to be doing 4, so we're going to have excess iron plates, which is fine. I don't mind having a backlog of iron plates. That'll just create a backlog of iron ingots, which is totally fine. So now what we need to set up on either side is 2 constructors for iron plates and 4 constructors for iron, because we need a total of 78 units of iron plates going out, a total of a lot of iron going out, right? So if we look in here, we produce 20 iron plate per minute using 30 ingots. Now, this is 40 if I do 2. So we're going to cut back on this. This will be producing another, this will be for another constructor. This constructor is going to be another iron plate, on either side. So 2 iron plates on either side, 4 iron rods on either side. So they're going to be pretty much exact. And then what we're going to do is the iron rods are going to turn in screws. So we need 6.5 things on screws. So what we're going to do is do 3 screws on either side, and then I'm actually going to do 4 screws on either side, 3 of them at 100%, and then 1 each side at what 0.25% to equal the 6.5 that we need. Just so I can keep everything mirrored because I don't want to have an extra one just sitting out. It makes it easy. It's just mirrored on either side. Good to go like that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set this up. We're gonna set up the just one side. I'm gonna set up one side for you guys, and then I'll set up the other side. And then in the next video, we'll finish setting up this iron base. And then we're gonna go on to the limestone facility, next one, and we're gonna have everything being output. And then we're gonna go ahead and start setting up some paths for our tractors and some other stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and jump back into a little bit of the So this is the initial design that I have for the area. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with it, but I know it's kind of like a cluster tuck. But essentially what I have is iron plates go out to one merger, which then gets output into... Oh, I didn't get output correctly. Yeah, technically... No, it did. Okay. I just didn't have... There should be another maybe here, I believe. Okay. Anywho, so iron comes out, gets merged, and it's going to go from both sides into one, which gets put up there, so then iron goes on top, and then all of the screws get output. So screws output to there, which get puts up. So this is the one that's less, which is the second row. Iron plates the third row, the iron rod fourth layer. And I was thinking, oh, you could just stack it on top, but then this. With the second tier conveyors, you can up to 120 resources per minute. 40, 80, 120. If I have the other side, I've got 240. The issue becomes two separate areas for the screws. So what I think I'm going to actually do, it makes the most sense, is I'm going to leave this area the way it is. I think this is going to change. What I'm going to do is take this iron, or take the screws. I'm going to take the iron rods, output the iron rods to a separate conveyor belt this way, wrap it around, and set up 4 screws here on either side. So 4 screws, 4 screws, and it'll just be a continuation of the constructors. And it's going to be these 4 stacked over there, these 4 stacked over there. It's going to mirror each other. Because I'm already past halfway as well, so it would create a much larger base than what I want. I want to try and keep it into this confined space, because this right now is pretty decently sized, but it's also semi. So if I move these 4 down, then what I can do is just wrap that around. I've said this already. And then I'll keep the chain the way I have it, where, iron screws are set up on a second layer. But what I'm going to have is the iron screws will be next to each other. So I'm going to have 2 separate rows of iron screws, and you're going to have 120 and 120 running down. And then what I'm going to do is the iron screws will be set up back here, here, and then I'll have the constructors be on the inside. So I'll do screws and assemblers here, space in between. And what we're going to do is route the iron rods, iron plates that we have down, around, on top of the rods that are being turned into screws. And then the assemblers will be there. So you're going to have just a layer of screws being output. These are over top of it, inputting into assemblers. And the assemblers will then output to a central area down here, which I'm going to run into each of the truck stops. And I don't think I'm going to have truck stops on the other side. I think what I'm going to do is do truck stops on the inside. And I think what I'll do is I'll probably take this edge away, and I'm going to move the center one in. I'm going to take the edge away, and then or might even take 2 edges away, depending on the size of what it becomes when I line it, condense it. And I'll take a driving area away from each side, and what it'll be is this will be the up, so there'll be a turnaround area back there. It'll be up and down, go back out, and it'll go to one area. So I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll do this off camera. It's getting, this is a long video already, so I'm not going to sit here for 3 hours doing this. It's already going to be about, what, like an hour and 15 minutes for you guys. So sorry for the long video, but definitely think it's worth it. We got a lot done, got a lot of tiers done, got some research done. We started building a space and we have it laid out. When we come back to it in the next episode, it will be all laid out, and I'll show you guys what the final build looks like. I'm not going to enclose it or anything, just so you guys can see. Done, you lads and lads. It'll be mirrored on both sides. So, anywho, folks, I hope you had a fun. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to keep up to date on any of my future videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so it will let you know. I hope you lads and lasses have a wonderful time. And as always, bye.